Quoted from Veronica Keene, "You are waking up. The doors are opening wide to a future that until now you never expected to have. The future is yours. Grasp it with both hands. Go with the flow towards it. Leave everything negative behind you. It is not worth a moment of your time. Welcome the energy that you will release when you all come together in peace and harmony. This is the last hurdle you face. You now have all the information you need to make the necessary changes, and you're almost there." End of quote. Wow. We are almost beyond words as to the intensity of the energy we have now reached. This increases the powers who were's desperation and has triggered some deep cleansing for everyone as we prepare for intense waves of light. We also have waves upon waves of new awakenees, which continues to light up the grid. Awakenings on all levels are unfolding, and this is a great victory for the light, and great momentum has resulted. This is preparing us for some intense days of energetic events up ahead. All of this begins on December 12th, forward for the entire month. Enjoy the ride, everyone, and remember, there are no seatbelts. Quoted from Cobra. The purification process starts now. Among the most advanced souls on the planet, and after the event, the purification process will actually spread throughout humanity, because every human being on this planet has some toxic emotions, toxic mind, toxic ideas, and toxic bodies. And all of this needs to be healed for us to receive the light that's coming from the galactic central sun, and even for us as a species to survive the coming changes. So everybody on the planet will go through that process, one way or the other. And the rest of the population will also need to go through a purification process to be ready to accept the higher vibrational frequency that will be made from the galactic central sun quite soon. And more from Cobra about our last Aeon portal, which was November 23rd. A few hours after we opened the Aeon portal, the agreement with Iran was made. So actually from the higher planes, those people were guided to make an agreement as a result of the energies. And it was not possible to create such an agreement for years and years and years before that. It was just a combination of the energies of the Aeon portal that made this possible. So I would say that we are making a difference in many situations on this planet. But this is just the first part of the story. And this is the old strategy. The old strategy was just to put the fires out that the Cabal lit. So they made a plan. They promoted it. And then the light forces responded and would prevent it. From now on, it will be different. We will trigger action. First, this is the new plan, and this is the new strategy. And for that strategy to be efficient, we have to clear the non-physical planes first to a certain degree. So now there are certain groups also on the physical plane, and I sincerely hope they will follow the instructions they receive from inside and begin to cooperate a little more. And if that happens, we can create very, very powerful statements on a planetary scale. End of quote. In our previous update, we shared about some very important energetic portals, and now what is unfolding is way more than just that. This all begins on 12/12 with the portal opening for the activation of the light body. This day ignites a series of powerful days leading up to the most light this planet has ever seen before. From the 12th forward until the 25th of December and beyond, and even through January, A series of events will be unfolding, which will be an acceleration of light energy. Currently, we are in the process of deep core issues of not only ourselves, but the collective as well, as we prepare for the most grandest wave of light to ever hit this planet. This has been a collective effort, including all of yourselves and of many beings from throughout creation who are here with you now and have been for billions and billions of years. Humanity's family. Quoted from Elizabeth Ayers Aisher. For those of you who have lived at the edges of society, reticent in revealing the entire range of what they are able to perceive, because it was so different than the mass consciousness, now will step out into the light as the forerunners for the rest of humanity. They do not seek to have followers, but there will be those who are intuitively drawn to their light, which we now bid them to hold high like lighthouses and beacons for their families, their friends, and their neighbors. We come to these forerunners so they might truly understand that although they may still be progressing into the higher frequencies, they do not stand alone, but are assisted every step of the way, should they desire so. And it is this sense of personal sovereignty that we need to impress on each and every one of you who's listening to these words. You are a light being. You are a love being. You are energy. You are unique. You are loved and you are held in high regard throughout this universe. For many races have watched the struggles of planet Earth and that of her people. And many, and many have sent their finest in a bid to aid the ascension process of the planet and her children. You are now feeling and beginning to see the outplaying of the shift in the growing chaos on the planet, in the reversal of the magnetics of your sun, Solarius, in the changes in climate and institutions. All that once seemed unchangeable is now in a state of extreme flux. So it is during the transition from one age to another, but this time it is quite different. For it is a transition out of the captivity and into freedom. You are now in the process of reconnecting with the greater part of yourself, that part that was cut off from humanity when you descended into 3D. The gateways and star portals have been reopened. The connection with your star families and dimensions of origin has now commenced. We welcome you home. We bow to the divinity within all of you as part of all that is, which is what you are in truth. End of quote.